clear that they are also referring to the statement which Ghana issued, in condemnation of the kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro, president of Venezuela. It is obvious that that is one of their beefs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Moro, the African Union issued a statement which said in clear language that what the Trump administration had done was in violation of international law. The African Union statement is not different from the statement issued by Ghana. So, Okudzato Ablakwa and the minority which held the press conference, which of them is reckless and irresponsible? They wanted Ghana to fight the AU. You understand? Not just that. The Organization of African Trade Union Unity, OATU, issued a much harsher statement than Ghana's foreign ministry. Not just that. CARICOM, the Alliance of Caribbean Nations, issued a very strongly worded statement. You want us to be out of step with that? Britain, the Prime Minister of Britain, emphasized the point that what Donald Trump had done was in violation of international law. Russia issued a strong statement claiming that what Donald Trump had done was in violation of international law. China issued a similar statement. Did you read the statement which was issued and signed by the Foreign Minister of Namibia? So this minority, where have they been all these years? They don't even read statements. They don't read statements from the AU. They don't read statements from CARICOM. They are not watching what Russia's position is. They are not watching what China's position is. Unbelievable. This yesterday, Macron, the French president, spoke at Davos yesterday, and you can check. Macron is saying, in reference to the behavior of Trump, that the world should ready itself to fight against new imperialism and new neocolonialism.
True.
This is Macron.
And it's in relation to the Greenland issue.
Exactly. This is Macron. This is Macron yesterday.
Yeah.
So our minority is actually on the extreme right of Macron.
Yeah.
What a minority. An African state, Ghana, which led the struggle for national independence and so on. And the minority wants us to become a doormat for Donald Trump. What minority is this? I'm so disgusted by this press conference. If you listen to the statement very carefully, this minority would have been very happy if at the time of the commission of genocide in Ghana, Ghana has stood side by side with Israel and become an embarrassment and so on. What are the principles that the minority is upholding in this matter? I'm so disgusted by this press conference. Why? What has the foreign ministry done today, which is in violation of Ghana's foreign policy? Of course, if you look at the history of the minority, you may forgive them. You may even understand them. Because I was a little boy in 1969 or 1970, at the height of apartheid rule, when the Progress Party government fought against the whole of Africa for insisting on sanctions against apartheid.
Okay.
I would not forget this. Indeed, it took Mr. Victor Wusu, who was then foreign minister of the Buzi administration, to stand up against his own government and to say that this is embarrassing and that we have to toe the line that Africa is towing. You understand? Perhaps you can also understand that during the reign of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you saw the video of his meeting with Anthony Blinken.
Yeah.
When he was virtually telling Anthony Blinken that he needed U.S. assistance to go and fight Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Is that the kind of foreign policy you want for Ghana? Don't embarrass yourself. This is Ghana. This is Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. Stop playing poodle to the United States of America and so on. Why? When Maduro was kidnapped, in less than 24 hours, there were mass demonstrations in 75 cities in the United States of America. Less than 24 hours after the abduction of Maduro, 75 cities in the United States of America mobilized themselves against the action that their president has taken. Please.
First of all, Ken Ofori has always been lying to the people of this country.
What do you mean by lies?
So I have in my hand there his letter that he wrote to the former chief of staff, Fremont Parry. And listen to what he said to convince Fremont before being allowed to leave the country. Request for approval to travel for medical checkup. The greetings, as usual, he will greet us, even in budget, he greets us. Point 1. Trust this letter finds you well in high spirits. Once again, Bible. 2. This is to formally request your approval to travel to Rochester, Minnesota, USA for a medical checkup from 4 January. Check the date, listen to the date. 4 January 2025 to 28 January 2025.
When was this written?
2nd January 2025. This is, you see, we have just decided to this. What? Check. Everything is there.
Okay. Why this?
So the man had deceived the authorities that he was just going away for only maximum 3 weeks. And that by the 28th of January 2025, he will be back to town. This was what he told the authorities, only to find himself in the United States of America and begin the process of what? Altering his residential status to become a permanent person. Roland, let me tell you something. And for those I've heard, I don't know whether Frank Davis is his lawyer or not, because anytime I see any statement,
Frank Davis representing.
I don't know whether he represents. We must be careful.
But Frank Davis is not here. Please,
yes.
Statement that
you see,
do not
Roland,
cast aspersions on it. On his
one day I will die. One day you will die.
Yes.
What Ken Ofori is doing, we must put it on record. Is he saying that now he doesn't want to come back to Ghana at all? If he does not want to come to Ghana at all, and the event that he dies like I will die, and they make any attempt to bring the corpse to this country, I will sue the corpse. That would mean that Ghana is only a country that wants corpse. It's not, yes, it's not a cemetery. You understand? That come back to your country. You told the authorities that you were only going to spend 3 weeks. 3 weeks are turned into almost 2 years.
He said he's been sick. That's what you read.
The man, when you saw him yesterday, does he look like someone who is sick?
I don't understand.
So fit, he's even put on weight. So handsome. Even in the mask, he's handsome. Nobody is saying that you have committed any crime. Come back to your country and answer pertinent questions, because we know that our monies are missing. If it is not with you, come and help us to locate where the monies are. You say, Imbano, you won't come. All right. The cost will come. We live in this country. So clearly, what is happening is a very serious matter. But the judge raised certain fundamental issues with the response from the attorney, the U.S. attorney. On the matter of extradition, they are saying they don't have the document before them. The judge says he does not have the document before him to make any determination on that matter. Did you listen to the judge?
Yes.
So what that tells me is that the Attorney General must immediately, if they did it by DHL, or they must find out where the extradition application is. Now, those that are questioning why we are picketing at the U.S. Embassy must now begin to revise their nose. It's as a result of the indication that has been given to the U.S. Embassy. That is why the attorney could go to court without even the proof in his hand to tell the judge that, hey, the people have heard. They have filed an extradition orders. This morning from here, I'm going to the United States of Ghana, Embassy in Ghana, to pick it, to drum into their ears that they cannot blow hot and cold. They cannot let the United States be a sanctuary for corrupt African officials.
How do you mean?
We are saying somebody has taken our resources. It's with you. Bring the person, you are saying no. We should go through process. The small boys, they have been coming for them here. Abu Trika and go. If we were also going to go through the same process with them, do you think we will allow anybody to go?
But we have a treaty with the U.S.
Yeah, so that treaty must also work. It's reciprocal. It's not subservient. We are a sovereign country. They are a sovereign country. We must respect ourselves. They must do what is needful. Either than that, the United States will not be respected by me, neither my offsprings, those that are dead. for they will be seen for who they are. That is a country that harbors politically, criminally minded personalities, maybe in female or male.
But you can't make that attribution now.
Which one?
The United States are bringing so-called criminal.
What we are saying is that someone is in court, 78 charges. The OSP has filed 78 charges against Ofori Atta. The man is saying he's not coming. What does he tell you?
Now the case has been adjourned to April.
They don't intend to bring the man. April, they'll move to June. December. By the time you realize about 10 years over there, then the status changes. And this is why the minority that held that press conference, that they have a problem with the U.S. banning the processing of immigrant visas. I don't understand it. Wouldn't you be happy that by this whole process, Ofori Atta will be barred from processing his immigration status or changing his immigration status so that he is brought back to this country? In any case, we are not even sure whether if they decide to bring him back, because now we understand that he holds 3 different passports. If they do not bring Ofori Atta back, one day when I become somebody in this country, hold a ministerial appointment, all that I will do is that I will loot from you and go and live in Togo and change my status and have a Togolese passport, and you people will struggle before you bring me to Ghana. Me, I won't go to your US, so only Togo here. After all, a few days I can smuggle and come and look after my family. We cannot be treating ourselves like that. But the longer he stays in the United States, the better for the United Party. Because then it tells you the credibility with which the NPP works. I was thinking that they would be the first party to be wishing that he comes to clear his name. And by clearing his name, it will affect the party, for the party to look good in the eyes of the people. Now that almost anybody that has spoken on this matter that I have heard insists that if they were Ofori Atta, they will prolong their stay in the United States. What he's telling me is that yes, you have looted, you have bought with our money, stay there, don't come, so that this country suffers. Is that what you want for this country? So you see, when we are doing politics, we also want to be superpower, as has been referred by Zato. We can only be a superpower country when we expend our resources judiciously. We have undertaken a lot of projects that have taken monies out of this country. When he saw the need that he had to deal with his prostate, he realized that there was a Mayo clinic. So if I'm suffering from prostate cancer, where would I go? Would I have the opportunity of going to Mayo? When in fact you were the one controlling our resources? We cannot do that to ourselves. And this must be a lesson to all those in public service today, that the name of the game is service. I have never seen a servant that decide to loot the kingmakers. And that if you have any intention of looting from us, let what kind of Atta situation has done be a guideline to you. And that the same measure, if it could be even higher measure, that will be used to checkmate you. We cannot let Kaya, the taxi drivers, the truck drivers, common teachers, and nurses who are struggling daily to pay their taxes to ensure that this country develops, be shortened. Remember what Dr. Samuel Amakwe told your reporter. Was it Alfredo Kanse during the DDEP melee? The man said, look, he was suffering from a lung cancer or a kidney. He had a kidney problem.
Is it the 81-year-old?
81-year-old. Yesterday, I played back the video. I cheered that when the man was picketing in front of, what's the name, the Ministry of Finance, and begging that do not include us. You are killing us softly. When you finish killing me softly for me, you are killing us softly. Don't do that. That day, instead of even having the courtesy as a finance minister to go and see them, the man refused to see them, and I don't know the status of Dr.
But the OSP and the investigations over Ofori Atta, it's not because of the decisions that were taken on the DDEP.
It's part of the DDEP, it's part of all chop, it's inside. Everything is inside.
No,
he should come. It's part of it.
We have to be rightful and lawful.
The PDS, the Cathedral, the DDEP.
The DDEP is not part.
The chop. You mean it's all part? Then they are missing a very big investigation.
Okay, so I have Georgia Lotte. Georgia Lotte says that
senior member Emma Honorable Kennedy Japan. Obeka say among 5 aspirants in Nina, ono na wuhu say obetimi agitumi e de amam.
Undoubtedly, yes. Me makuma mu. Enum ni nyina omo se fata. Ye nyina ye kwa kan say we internal. Enmity na kasa ye political enmity na ye nuanu me we NDC. We na ye busia e na konwa ato. Ena ye pe o kindifo a wotena so a obetumi di okonanim akwaji tumi aba me asase num ni nyina no ahobrasimu amema komam menim say ye yewura Kennedy ohine Japan pa obe win yes wo kan keke say emotional no it is backed by facts
edien facts no ebi
me ma o sape abena me makọ elections embreno say si a Ghana no omo doso eye mebunu womo ade a ha womo eye adwuma say me ma ye adwuma pen nti say bebia madu say yewura Kennedy okobie adwuma ewo mempeso aso a me menye bi na emebunu ewo ho between 8 and 35 osori anopa ni sesum na no won to me nye bibia no he gives them hope ono na the message no it resonates with the grassroots obi ekokana samba Kennedy has been consistent jobs creation of jobs industrializing to create jobs on VAT ye na sa wait to say kojo to say no enye part of the team and in the messaging it's about jobs me the many to from pa bena mako election 08 mako be 12 mako be 16 mako be 20 mako be 2024 okọ form a nipa dodo no de omu ka no na ho brasima o ye politician so tie ukodwoma yesiken ye ntan obi a o mu ntan obi a o ye shoe make ojo ye ma fakera ba de nto so yes boss yate wokọ asori a ma fakena ma ebe de amamu ma mate so you have to listen to the base and then the padodo no I work from no and na kasa and no just one more etan obi enum ni nyina no de obedi no em say ochina mbeko meeting no so munya sa pact no say de obedi mu nyina mo be den mo be kabo na mo di nachi say the 2023 name only one will emerge a winner into at my stature and age and experience baby amedu na say mean to me en wine and nka say ye the way mom and ye de ko ebenya na just am being disingenuous into me no research kakra me ankasa maye
ewo mpeswaso
and na baby bebre no we no makasa but me I was there just 1 week ago ko ye adwuma kakra wo shi o mo say madam ye de nyina na na wo na wo e na ba na be ka che say ye nyisi nti say wa ba wo na wo kasa etie I've been holding that place for 20 years. Into Amubrasimu Wakasa, or Moso Ejo Feso. Into no crepa we will get over 60% in my constituency. And it's going to be the same across MPC Bebre Omunim. One more qua, normally delegates in some catches here, and you have to respect their decision.
Even MPs now
their decision.
Even MPs, what can MPs in Bebre? Even woman now, woman declare support a Dr. Bob. Omunim say
bebre
fomono
bebre na se nyina na etikure mukọ yi awote ukọ wasori awote ukọ dwoma awote wo ye campaign awote wo hia wo mukra wo kokoam na waka bibia cha wo hwe wo manimu a wo se
ade eyete na wo use wo constituency mom eko determine obi constituency make say be a won ko eyete na wo se de wo mpesua so wo ka say honorable kenon pe no enu nti na bebre na anim so mo so de sa no
na TV any etie radio any edi yan so nkomo agro we no eti say ebusuako enti me mete enzema na ma frame nua bi ewo bono na ma bisa cha what is say ade papa na na mo body di yo edi yan nkomo we have caucus we have platforms and we talk enti anya de je say wakotena wo dem na wachechire na me more constituency bi adin me si bebre and yenim de yeka because out of the 276 no yes even within the ruling party we talk na for the why with you into entokwa bia ni yentem go to me friend with colleague ebi onu put down parliament and as onu so we fie no bisa na wo hwe nipa dodo a ekuku dama epiepie o makofo mo na bas ade nyina ye a ye nyina ye ben na ye boana be charge to mama ye
we why epiepie say
oh no you were here era keke saponum era boafonum GBA president amewunum esibeye boanom abena osayasare I mean I'm just mentioning those kwekukwatin sticker say party for any nyina na ye wo baby na within the shortest time no ya analyzing us ade no say the air corner we need power say petu media ahobrasimu awuntan obia omo mugina nyina omo nyina ya danfofo na ye wo chance 2028 woni why Yera Mahama no mining na door no man no sa 2.1 deficit for MPP no won kopio we gina simple so aka and the constitution no so no even if they were to change to bring a third term limit to Ghana affect one from 2028 onwards. So the rules are very clear. And this is going to go through what we went through in 2008. They are going to get a new candidate. They are going to go through their primaries. Primary biya acrimony kakrabeba. So mo san komoni nwie enchechire enwie no na chese nkaye no ochinechi ye candidate no so akonanim kakra. So there is a very good chance, but etched in stone. Election be anywhere a year better. The me patch and say you to me and secure 2028 a bad thing because almost tim the new candidate but not to me cross here. Then you're going to have to fight again. It will be after 8 years a bad thing. So this is our strategic opportune time. How do be a grassroots base panel a lotto near to election a win or lose. Why na wode ne kwa workers say wo adwuma ha epe. Why na wode kwa adwuma epe. Why na wode ne kwa asori for epe. Why na wode ne kwa boys epe, girls epe. Ubisa sisi awutie be phone. Na bisa say pese de omo maka ne bi kwa omeka che ompeken. Yem frɛ obi a wonim no mesuminim no just do an open. You see it. So you think the voices on the ground.
You think